Example of continuous distribution. In the previous videos, we have discussed about binomial distribution, Poisson distribution, which are examples of discrete probability distribution. In present video and the subsequent video, we can discuss about two distributions that come under continuous probability distribution, namely exponential distribution and normal distribution. So today's video is exclusively for exponential distribution. So exponential distribution, we know that it is now coming under the continuous probability distribution. We can recall here the continuous probability distribution, that whatever the density function we have seen earlier as part of the random variables and distribution, same thing is going to be continued here. So coming to the exponential distribution, it is a special case of gamma distribution. We have not discussed gamma distribution, but still let us have an idea what gamma distribution in this present context. So we assume that gamma distribution is also part of the continuous distribution, and it is a special case now which is given for the exponential distribution. So from the exam point of view, we'll just concentrate only on the exponential distribution. So exponential, as the name says, the curve is like this, or the curve can be in the other form. It can be like this also. So both stand for the exponential. The usage of exponential distribution mainly in the reliability and queuing theory. So coming to the function, as far as the exponential distribution is concerned, we know that in exponential distribution or in continuous distribution, we use the integration formula, which is a continuous distribution. So here also we have the f of x is equal to lambda into e power minus lambda x, wherever x is greater than or equal to 0. In all the other cases, it is going to be 0. This is called the exponential distribution. Okay, we have seen similar formula as far as the Poisson distribution concerned earlier, so don't get confused now. This is the current formula for the exponential distribution. Here x is of course is a random variable of exponential distribution, and lambda is the parameter which is used in the exponential distribution. So coming to the properties of exponential distribution, f we can consider as f as a p also. The probability of all those values should be greater than or equal to 0. So that we know that for every event, probability should be between 0 and 1. And if you add all those probabilities in the discrete, we used to get 1. Similarly, now if you take integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, we'll get 1. This we have seen already in the continuous probability distributions earlier. Same thing holds good here. Now, so coming to the formula that we'll be using in exponential, mu, that is the mean, is taken as 1 by lambda. Variance, that is sigma square, is taken as 1 by lambda square. And standard deviation, which is the square root of variance, is taken by 1 by lambda. So if you observe here, the mean and standard deviation are one and the same as far as the exponential distribution is concerned. If you go back and see the Poisson distribution, we have seen both mean and variance becoming same. So similarly here in exponential, mean and standard deviation are same. So like that, each distribution has these properties uniquely or differently. So that's what we have to observe to avoid any confusion. Okay, so in the case of exponential distribution, we have mean and standard deviation being one and the same. Now, so here I have listed about how mean, variance and standard deviation has been calculated. Time being, I will skip this because it includes a sum of mathematics. Hope you can go back and read this. It requires some of the integration. Right now, let us not worry about this integration formula. Probably once we are back in the campus, I can explain you on board how this can be derived. Otherwise, I will leave it to you. If you can understand, good. Otherwise, nothing to worry. We will discuss this once we are back. Okay. Now, I will leave this couple of pages to you. You can go through that. So probably I can caution you here, while calculating this portion, we have used integration by parts formula. Similarly, here we have used integration by parts formula. Integration by parts formula is integration of u and v, or if you take integration of two functions, first function we keep as it is. We'll take the integration of the second function minus integration of first function integration and second function differentiation. Probably you may not recall this, nothing to worry. That's why I said let us not discuss this now. I will postpone this time being. Probably if you can understand, I will advise you to go through, otherwise nothing to worry. We'll discuss once we are back in the campus. Now straight away let me take you to the problems that normally come in the examination. So problem 1, in a certain town the duration of a shower is exponentially distributed. It is given with mean 5 minutes. What is the probability that a shower will last less than 10 minutes, 10 minutes or more, between 10 and 12 minutes? If you observe, most of the problems are having similar requirement to be calculated. Only difference is based on the distribution, formula differs. Otherwise, process remains same. So once you figure out which distribution the problem belongs, it is just a matter of substituting the data in the identified formula. So that is very important calculation what we should be doing. So let us see now. For a given exponential distribution, we know that mean mu is equal to 5 minutes. Since mu is given, I can calculate what is lambda, because lambda is required as per the formula is concerned. So mu is equal to 1 by lambda. So lambda is equal to 1 by 5. So once I know that, I can substitute in the f of x that is available for the exponential distribution, which is like this: lambda into e power minus lambda x whenever x is greater than or equal to 0. In all the other cases, this f of x is going to be 0. So same line. Now what is lambda? Lambda is 1 by 5. So 1 by 5 into e power minus lambda x. Lambda is again minus 1 by 5 if x is greater than 0. This is the function what we have for our given problem. This is a general one. This is for the problem that we have in hand. Now what is supposed to be calculated? Less than 10 minutes, where x is less than 10 minutes. So now all this time we used to take sigma, or we used to take the value of p of x directly. Now we have to do the integration, because it is a formula based on the continuous distribution. So integration of actual function is integration of minus infinity to plus infinity. So but what is being asked now? Less than 10. So less than 10 means it can be anything between minus infinity to 10. So that, how do we split now? We use this particular formula which I have already used earlier. So minus infinity to 0, then I will split plus 0 to 10. So first we have to figure out this. Once it is figured out, then according to our function, what is the function here? Something up to 0, something above 0. So there's only two possibilities we have here. Accordingly, something up to 0 and above 0 I have splitted. So anything between 0 and less than 0 is always going to be 0 for us. This is already given. X less than 0 means f of x is going to become 0. So this becomes straight away 0. Now what is left now? Wherever x is greater than or equal to 0, this takes the function. What is the function? 1 by 5 into e power minus 1 by 5, for where x is 0 to 10. That is the integration. So now we have to apply the integration formula. What is integration of e power minus x? E power minus x by minus whatever the what we call constant we have, coefficient, that will be taken. So it is minus 1 by 5 is a coefficient. I will take that as it is. So limits from 0 to 10, because it is a definite integral. So now we substitute e power minus x means 10 by 5 minus e power 0, that is upper limit minus lower limit, will get this 1 minus e power minus 2. So what you have to observe here is that what is being asked, how to apply that value, what is being asked in the formula of the exponential distribution. Once that is done, then we can substitute in the formula as per the value of x is concerned. Since we know the value of e, we can substitute straight away. We'll get the probability 0.8647. So next what is being asked here is 10 minutes or more. So now your infinity will be, sorry, your limit will be 10 to infinity, 10 and above. So integration of 10 to infinity f of x. Now we have the formula given here is f of x is equal to 1 by 5 into e power minus 1 5x wherever x is greater than or equal to 0. So we have only one value here. X is always greater than 0 here, because it is from 10 to infinity. So I need not split it, I can straight away use as it is. So if I substitute, I will get e power minus 2 as a result, and finally 0.1353 will be the value. So next one is probability that the shower lasts between 10 and 12. So there is some range 10 to 12. So lower limit is 10, upper limit is 12. Again this is a positive value, so only one value, there is no split up. I will substitute, I will get the value 0.0446. So this is how we'll get the solution. Okay, just mathematically we have to substitute and make. Maybe some time you have to spend here to mathematical calculations, otherwise process is very simple because straight substitution in the formula. Next, problem 2. Duration of a telephone conversation has been found to have an exponential distribution with mean 3 minutes. Find the probability that a conversation may last for more than 1 minute, less than 3 minutes. Same problem what you have seen in problem 1, just contents are different. It is given mean means mu, but we want lambda is nothing but 1 by mu, so we will get 1 by 3. Next, first one, probability that a conversation lasts more than 1 minute where x value is greater than 1, that is infinity, for 1 to infinity, that is limit 1 to infinity. So 1 to infinity is what? Positive number, so I need not split up, I can straight away use this. So integration of 1 to infinity, lambda is 1 by 3 e power minus lambda, that is 1 by 3 into x. Straight away substituting in the integration, e power minus x means e power minus x by minus the whatever the constant we have. In this case we have it is minus 1 by 3. Substitution, we will get the 0.7165. Second probability what we have to calculate is last less than 10 minutes. Less than 10, that means it can happen for any number of times, but it will be maximum 10, 1, 2, 0. So less than 10. So this is what it is, x is less than 3, x is less than 3. So minus infinity to 3 f of x dx. So minus infinity to 3 we have to split, because negative values up to 0 we have some value, positive values from 0 and above we have some limit. Thereby I have to split this now. Thereby we have splitted from minus infinity to 0 and next 0 to 3. And minus infinity 0 is 0, that's what given already. So plus is what it is. Substitution again we will get the value 0.6321. So careful substitution, you will get a result. Hope you can understand what is being written. So formula remains same, just go through that. Next problem, if the lifetime of a certain type of electric bulb is distributed as an exponential variate with mean 1000 hours, what is the probability that the bulb will last for more than 1500 hours? If two bulbs are selected at random, find the probability. So they have mixed up probability as well as your distribution, so we have to be very careful. So both the bulbs last for more than 1500 hours. At least one bulb lasts more than 1500 hours. So first let us calculate the probability that a bulb lasts for 1500 hours. So given exponential distribution, mu is given, and we know how to calculate the lambda, which is 1 by mu, because mu is equal to 1 by lambda. So as per PDF, that is the probability density function, we have f of x lambda into e power minus lambda x for all x greater than or equal to 0, otherwise 0. Now the given probability that a bulb lasts for more than 1500 hours is x greater than 1500. So x greater than means from 1500 to infinity. So f of x, so only positive value, no split up, direct substitution, you will get 0.2231. This is only probability of a bulb lasting more than 1500. But what is being asked is two bulbs are selected at random, so both bulbs and at least one bulb is something which I have to apply the combination formula, which is similar to your binomial distribution. So we have now probability 0.2231, that is bulb lasting. Bulb does not last 1500, which is a failure, which is nothing but Q. which we have seen already in binomial, 1 minus p, and n value. 2 bulbs have taken as a sample. So we know the formula for binomial, NCX, P of x, Q of n minus x. So if you apply this, you will get B of 2. First 2 bulbs will be used. Second one is at least 1 bulb, that is x is greater than or equal to 1. Same process. If you apply NCX, P power x, Q power n minus x, you will get 0.0498. Here x greater than or equal to 1 can be B of 1 and B of 2, or we can do this also, both are same. So we'll apply whichever is convenient for us. We can apply both of them, you should be getting same result. So here x is less than 1 is already we can calculate easily, which is a B0. Probably we can apply that and we will be getting 0.3964, or we can calculate B of 1. B of 2 is already there here. If you add B of 1 plus B of 2, you should be getting this. But either one we can use, either this or this. Both formula should be able to give, but this is important. If we want to calculate at least 1, at least means greater than or equal to 1. So that's what we did. Okay. Next. Another problem, probably this is an exercise we can consider. So problem 4, the life of a TV tube manufactured by a company is known to have a mean of 200 months. Assuming that the life of a TV tube has an exponential distribution, find the probability that the life of the tube manufactured by the company is less than 200 or between 100 and 300. So less than 200 means you will be having minus infinity to 200. So that is what the limit we have to have. So minus infinity to 200 means we have to split up. But here other hand it is given 100 to 300. So we are in the positive side. There is no split required, direct substitution. So probably you can take this as a exercise and you should be able to get the result. Only probability we need to calculate here for the given problem. So I think this is the last problem we have in exponential. Next we will be discussing about the normal distribution in the next video. Thank you.